Good morning, everyone. How's everybody feeling today? It's pretty cool out, I'll tell you that. For it being May 21st and I think it's 48 degrees, it is pretty chilly out. Liz here with my bad dog, Bella. And, just taking our morning walk and really just sitting here thinking about how as you get older, things start to slow down. We start to slow down, right? I've gone through a lot of changes within the last couple years of my life. Some good, some not all good, but we need the bad. We need to go through the bad in order to know what is good, right? If we didn't have that, then we wouldn't know. I think that that's what pushes us forward, is when we are able to get through our fears and get through those hard times and still hold our head up high, and not let those negative times that we go through bring us down. I've recently come into a better understanding of who I am as a woman, the mistakes that I've made in my life, why I've made the mistakes or the poor choices that I've made in my life, because I've been able to slow down. I had a very chaotic life for decades giving to the wrong people. And when you give to the wrong people, it's pretty crazy, because when you're in a high volume, highly toxic connection with another human being, and you just keep feeding that negative spiral, that negative vibration, it grows bigger and bigger, and it starts to reflect off everybody around you, and then you don't even realize who you are anymore. You've become completely consumed by it. And I was just really thinking about how in the last couple of years, spiritually, how much I've grown, and spiritually how much I've been able to calm down my nervous system. For anybody that's gone through toxic relationships, whether it be with a family member or a loved one or an ex or whoever, when you finally remove yourself out of that dynamic and you're able to just breathe again and relax, at first, it's like it goes through stages and waves. At first you feel such a great relief, right? And you're almost on this high, because you're like, I did it, I'm gone from it. But then the next stage comes, of where you almost feel like you have more anxiety than you left, because now you're trying to adjust to a new way of being, a new way of living that you've never had before. Our nervous system, wants to feel what's safe and familiar, and this is not what we're used to being familiar. Is it safe? Yes, but it's an adjustment. It's a change. The familiarity is now fighting with the safety aspect. It's like your body wants to go back to what it knew, but it knows that what it knew wasn't safe. So it knows that it needs to stay where it's safe. And so now you're fighting with that. But it's not so much a fight as where I want to think of it as a balancing act, right? So anytime you try to balance yourself, say even on a tightrope, you have to have two arms out in order to have that balance. You can't just have one arm out. You have to have both. And that's what it's like. It's like your body's recalibrating, and it's so crazy, because just recently I've been feeling, well, not right now, but like for almost 2 weeks, I was feeling just this drained feeling. That's the next stage now. So then once your body starts to balance and know that it's okay to just sit down and breathe and relax, then the exhaustion comes in. I mean, like, I could just sit down and fall right asleep wherever I was, whatever time of day. I was waking up exhausted because it's like you're shedding like a snake, depending on how many years of it you went through, you know? I mean, it started for me from when I was a kid. After my parents divorced and my mom, you know, it all started for me very young. So now I feel like I've taken like this lightweight, not too heavy, but like a lightweight shedding coat off. Like I just like a latex suit. I just like climbed out of it, you know, like a metamorphosis, like a butterfly. Like now I hatched from my cocoon and now I'm standing on the edge and I don't know where to fly, but I know I have to. And I just have to trust that the universe will guide me and not let me fall. I mean, should I think that way? Or should I think, oh my God, nothing ever good happens for me. I'm just going to keep getting more bad. No. The fuck? No. No. Everything's a vibration. Everything's a frequency. Our brain doesn't know the difference whether or not you have $1 million in the house or you're just acting like you have it. It's going to think that you have it regardless of if you do or if you don't. It's just like same thing with we need to reward ourselves, right? I think that dopamine, everybody wants that dopamine, right? And now it's just every which way you look, whether it's on a screen or a Dunkin' Donuts Frappuccino or, you know, people shopping and not balancing their money out and overspending because they want that quick dopamine. And we need to go back to having discipline where we actually follow through with what we're trying to accomplish and then reward ourselves and then give ourselves, like you can't teach a dog how to sit without a reward, right? You can't teach it a trick without giving it a treat. And that's the same for us. That is what helps pull us out of procrastinating from getting our dreams and our goals accomplished. You know, I'm preaching all of this right now because I have my moments where I don't practice. You know, I get into my tired, depressed moments. But what helps me get out of it and what helps me stay on the right path is talking it out like this, is getting it off my chest to whoever can relate and who wants to listen. This is what's helping me get through my journey of being houseless, my journey of having to leave. Well, I don't like saying having to leave. I separated from my ex-husband a couple years ago, and it was his in-laws' house, or my in-laws' house, his parents' house. So I had to be the one to remove myself from the toxic marriage. With that said, my mother's passed away. My father lives in Arizona with my stepmother who's mentally and physically ill all the time. And so I have no siblings. I don't have, the support system of family to lean on for a place to stay. But I pulled myself out of a dead-end job. I got a better job as becoming a caregiver because I set my mind to these things because I wanted to pull myself out of the bad situation, just like I'm still trying to do now. I'm a living caregiver 4 days a week, and then the other 3 I sleep in my car because I'm trying to save up money to get a house for me and my 2 girls. My 11 and 12-year-old going to be 12 and 13 soon. I miss them so fucking much. Occasionally, I'll spend the night with my 13-year-old. My 12-year-old doesn't like sleeping not in her own bed, so they stay there at the house with Dad. I see them during the week 4 days when I'm not at work, and then 3.5 days, and then the other four I'm at work, and I got to do what I need to do to save, to move forward. I can't sit here and think about the past and think about what coulda, woulda, shoulda. What's done is done. All I could do now is learn and grow from the things I did or didn't do and put that forward into my life now. Because the only moment we have is this one right here. We sit and think in the past, we're going to get depressed. We think in the future, we're going to get anxious. That's why they call the present, because it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to stay in the present and to have faith, to know that if you keep your heart good, you keep your heart open, you keep your heart loving, that the universe will give back to you. Not expecting anything in return, but legitimately giving because you actually care about the well-being of others, but making sure that you're giving to the right people. We give to the wrong people and then we get drained because not everybody has the best intentions like you do. I preach this because I know this. I know that if we keep... Oh my God. There's just a rabbit. Oh, Bella. Ooh, I'm going to have something pulled in my back now. Oh, but that said, I am going to stop rambling now because I really can't handle this dog. She's so strong. But everybody, keep your head held high. Know that if you lead out of love, your blessings are going to come for you. I promise you. I promise you. They're already there. They're already there, I bet. You just got to shift your perspective to look at things from a different point of view. Like this dog. She wants to get that baby bunny that's down there. And she's just so strong. Bella, please, baby, leave the baby alone. Please leave the baby alone. See that little bunny down there? It's a baby. Oh, it's a cool baby. I'm not talking to you. You're a cute baby too, but you're too strong. No, come on. Belly. Whew. Prickle bush. Ow. All right. I love you guys. Till the next time. Stay safe and know that you're worth all the love in the world.